The give to the running back from the shotgun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Rainbow Warriors with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets away from one. He's got space. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Rainbow Warriors just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air, it's Stark. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Brings up second down.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. And that one's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking for a physical attack for the guy. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
He'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Got the first down and more. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Going to throw it over the top of the D. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Trying to find his man in the middle. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanting to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short and 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Pucks it out of the air. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need...
Touchdown, Warrior! A great catch and run for 6.
Love the play design on offense, because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Ball State took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Cardinals that fired on all cylinders. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. On the run, it's Cavazos. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's a kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are.
He's going to let it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Unloads to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage, because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Shoots it to the left. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Fires to the big fella. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right foot.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looking for a gap, it's Cavazos. He's got a little room, he'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. He'll pull it on the read. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Jacksonville State.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
The Rainbow Warriors with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the run. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Yeah, and you look for the big fellas down here in the red zone. You want to run the football, you want to be physical, and then you play action, and you got the big target, throw it up to him. He does the rest with the soft hands and getting the touchdown.
Jacksonville State, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Cavazos. At the 45 on his way. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's got him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the option. Now the pitch. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Boyd. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he's
intercepted for the 11th time. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Hawaii. And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Jacksonville State, 0.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulder.
Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Slams it ahead. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Powers forward. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more snap coming before halftime. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that touchdown was massive for the offense. Gives them confidence heading into halftime. But remember, they're going to be receiving first in the 3rd quarter, so they get an opportunity to cut even further into this lead. That was a huge play.
And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rainbow Warriors will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They'll run it. Creates a little space. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. This offense has him with really good field position. To the air. It's Stark. Keeps looking downfield. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. The Rainbow Warriors are threatening in the red zone. Quick completion to the right. Trying to rumble in. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And the Rainbow Warriors trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! And the stomping has commenced. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Quick release on the RPO. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Via the screen. He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air on first down. Going over the top. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Off play action on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. That's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He'll try to do it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. On the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And it's picked off at the goal line. Bringing it back. The 40, the 30, the 10. Touchdown Warriors! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. What about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle.
That makes the score Hawaii 38, Jacksonville State 7.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll leave it with the lone back. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
And that's a first down for the offense.
We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Finds his big tight end. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab down the left side. Hits the crease. He's at the and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And he tacks on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Stanford went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Cardinal ever do that? One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jeff? Turning it on! Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the 4th quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Stark. Gets it to him on the screen. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Touchdown, Hawaii! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. There he goes. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They find... Wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got some room headed to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Finds his big tight end. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 35. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Oh, what a cut!
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying play action. Gonna take a shot. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.